Hey guys, welcome back to another NFL predictions video. Uh, this will be the second to last video. I'll be doing the next NFL predictions on the last remaining division, which would be the AFC West, and hopefully the following week, the week after next week, I'm gonna start hopefully playoff predictions. Maybe the week after, but in the next 2 or 3 weeks, expect before the end of June, maybe expect by the end of June that we'll have the playoff predictions in, and maybe back in August, and maybe in August we'll reflect on that, but maybe predict the preseason based week from week, but. I'll just ask you guys in the comments whether or not you want to see week by week this year or not. So for some odd reason, no. I was about to say, for some odd reason, the Seahawks have 5 regular season games, and it's not the Hall of Fame game. But, however, it was the bye week that made me think that down there at week 6. So, they have pretty early bye week. But, they're not going to have a whole lot of rest through the season, but I think they'll be able to do. So, they're going to be at the Packers, which was surprisingly a team that blew them the fuck out last year. And I don't think it was overall because they were a bad team last year. They were actually really good. 2015 they were good too, because they were the kind of team that, of course, that has kind of an average record, but they show a lot more for that average record than any other team like them would show. But however, it's at the Packers. I don't know if it was there last year too. I remember they played the Packers and they lost last year 38-10. Already watched the highlights for that, like I keep on saying in other videos. But they seem to have, in the first 5 weeks, pretty even out schedule. They have most of it to their, they have a pretty even out schedule. I was going to say they had a lot of an advantage, but they actually have 3 away games. I forgot that ad actually meant they have to go there. For some reason, I'm just not on it right now, but this is probably going to be the most amount of videos you ever see uploaded on both of my 2 main channels. So, at the Packers, I'm already giving them a loss right there. That's a big fat L. If that was a home game against the Packers, I don't think it was. I think they had to go to Green Bay, but still, they're not going to win this year either. However, though, they will bounce back with a win against their rival, the 49ers. But then, however, when they go to the Titans, if you guys don't know, they have Marcus Mariota, which I believe Russell Wilson and Marcus Mariota are 2 alike, because they are both good at running. Colin Kaepernick is too, but, he's kind of gotten worse at it as he went through his career. Back when Kaepernick started in 2011, I believe, as a starter in 2011. No. He didn't start until 2012, but Colin Kaepernick was actually really good for 2 years. From 2012 to 2013, those 2 seasons. Colin Kaepernick, he made the playoffs in 2012. I remember they blew the crap out of Green Bay, and then the following season, they almost beat the Seahawks, at Seattle, in the playoffs. But ever since Jim Harbaugh left 2 years ago, they haven't been so good. So that's why San Francisco is, of course, going to lose. But they lose at Seattle anyway, because they'll have a close game. They'll have a good game. They'll be up freaking 7, 10 to 17, and they'll get beat 23-17. So you guys know what I mean there. At the Titans, like I said, they have 2 quarterbacks alike, Mariota and Wilson. But since it's at Tennessee, and Tennessee's getting better, I think I'll go Tennessee for that one. So, surprisingly, Seattle's going to start off below .500 after the first 3 weeks. And, of course, they're at home against the Colts. which for some odd reason is at 5:30 p.m. on NBC, which I have no reason why they're doing that. So I would imagine it's at 8:30, or maybe it was a mistake on their part and it is at 8:30. But crap, if the Colts are going to get better, which I suspect they do, I don't know. I'm just going to go by what I said in the original video for the AFC South. You guys will have to go back on that, but I believe I said, Seattle won that. I don't know. I think I'll go Seattle. But if I said the Colts in the AFC South video, I'll leave the link to that below. Leave the link to all the NFL predictions videos below I've done so far. You guys can go check them out and let me know if I said the Colts were going to win or the Seahawks were going to. I believe I said the Seahawks. I don't know. At the Rams, I believe the Rams will upset them. And there you guys go. So pretty much I just said the first 5 weeks is how you would expect it to be. Not how you would expect it to be, but, you know, no chaos, kind of spread out like how their games are. So all 3 of their away games in the first 5 weeks they're going to lose. So, I mean, Rams aren't really that good, but I think the Rams will beat them at least once this year. And they're going to go to New York the following week. It's going to be a tough one, too. I believe I said the Giants, so that's 2-4. Wow, it's hard to believe what I'm saying here. Like, the Seahawks were like freaking good last year. Another 2-4. Texans. Depends on who they're gonna start. If they're gonna start actually someone good, they're gonna start like Deshaun Watson. I think I'm gonna go with the Texans. No, I'm just gonna call upset in the Texans. You guys will probably go against me for saying this, but Seahawks don't seem to be doing too well right now at 2-5. However, they beat the Redskins and they'll beat the Cardinals and they'll beat the Falcons. So there's 3 straight wins to get them right back in. At the Niners, crap. Now that one's gonna be that's gonna be a harder one because they kind of struggle more at San Francisco. I feel like San Francisco will need a win, and I don't feel like they're going to do as bad as they did last year. Colin Kaepernick can freaking not mention anything about oppression, and Fidel Castro, maybe they might be alright, and they might do good this year. Colin Kaepernick snaps out of his freaking stuff. So there you go. I'm going to give San Francisco the upset. Win. At the Jaguars, I'm going to give them a win as well. There, it's 7-6, 8-6. Don't know if I think they'll lose at the Cowboys though. And I think you know what? I'm going to call a win against the Cardinals both times this year. So, without further ado, people, yeah, the Seahawks surprisingly are only going to be 9-7. Or I might be wrong. They might beat the 49ers though, because like if it goes the same way as last year, they're gonna be 10-6. So I feel somewhere here I got it wrong. Maybe they might beat the Texans as well. I'm just calling 2 upsets. They might be 11-5. I think I'm gonna call them 10-6. You know what? I'll keep the 49ers with the win, but the Texans was kind of like an upset one. So I think it's safe to say Seahawks are 10-6. Because, like, I feel like that just felt wrong to say at the least 2-5. That's insane, guys. That's not going to happen to the Seahawks. But that's possible, though. That's just like me trying to call an upset there. So, by the way, you guys notice I have the 49ers in front of the Rams. So they beat the 49ers twice. Also, if you guys don't notice, it says week 0 for the preseason. So that means Dallas and Arizona are the Hall of Fame game, and apparently Arizona is the home team, but it's going to be in Canton, Ohio anyway. No one's really at home. If they're even going to play it this year, I'm going to call Dallas for that. So week 1 in the regular season, Arizona's going to start off with a big, juicy loss, but I think it will be a close game like it was last year against the Patriots, but this time they're on the road against the Lions, but it will still be close. 2 straight away games, 2 straight losses, because they're not playing horribly bad teams. They're playing teams that know how to get a win, like against good teams. Face it, the Lions and Colts are 2 good teams. I mean, the Colts haven't been good in recent years, but they got to the playoffs in 2014. So, I mean, Colts aren't extremely bad, but, I mean, they're good enough to beat the Cardinals, let's just say that. Dallas at Arizona. You guys know who I'm probably going to call. I'm going to call Dallas. Now, this is really in Arizona this time. So, yeah. It's 0-3. San Francisco at Arizona. I think I'm going to call, once again, another San Francisco upset, but this time in Arizona. So, Cardinals are already 0-4. What the crap is going on, people? Cardinals were kind of good last year. Now they suck. Like 0-4. 0-5, people. They're not going to get a win until week 6 against Tampa Bay. So you got 1-5. So, it's not really the players. I don't really think they got anyone interesting in the draft. So, I mean, I guess that makes perfect sense. I feel like one of these games I got wrong. Maybe San Francisco. They'll probably beat San Francisco. I'm just calling an upset. 1-5. Freaking 1-5. I think LA will beat them at home this year, so I'm gonna go 1-6. Cardinals, you need to get it together. But of course, this is just a prediction. It could be my stupid mind predicting this, but I'm gonna go LA, like I said, and Arizona's already 1-6. They're only winning against a pretty good Tampa Bay team. So they just won't shut out freaking Tampa Bay this year, and they didn't even shut out Tampa Bay. They scored a touchdown. Arizona at San Francisco. Arizona gets their revenge and beats San Francisco, but however lose to Seattle. So there's 2-7. You guys are probably thinking I'm insane here, calling Arizona to just get beat up by all these teams. But yet my predictions are most likely going to be wrong. Remember that. But, like, Cardinals before were just so good, now they suck. Like, why? At Houston, that is a good win. Not a good win. I don't remember who I said. I think I said Houston. That's 2-8, guys. Arizona. Hopefully, I am completely wrong. Jacksonville at Arizona. Is that 2-8? Yeah, 2-8. 3-8, 4-8, 5-8. Yeah, 5-8, 6-8, 7-8, and then 7-9. So they just flip-flop from like 2-8, and then they win like 3 straight games, and then they just lose to Seattle. Like, I even think they'll go on the road and beat Washington. That's how good I think Arizona will be in the second half of the season. Anywhere past week 10, they're not gonna be too bad, but before week 10, they've definitely got quite a bit of crying, and Bruce Arians might be gone after this year. But now we're going to move on to the Niners schedule. Their first game is against Carolina. Now, I kind of already feel like I've covered the schedule, but yet I've already checked for the first 4 weeks, so I do remember this game. And I believe I said San Francisco will win against Carolina. So you got San Francisco with 1 win already this year. I don't think they'll kill Carolina, but they're going to beat Carolina. They're going to lose to Seattle. They're going to beat LA in Thursday Night Football. Really, you could put a better game on, but alright. San Francisco will beat Arizona. Indianapolis will beat San Francisco. Washington beats San Francisco. Crap, I'm halfway in between here. That'd be 4-3 if San Francisco won. So they're getting right back to their winning roots if they freaking won't beat Dallas. I don't know. But I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna call San Francisco. It's a home game. Hopefully they'll get better because they've sucked in recent years. Face it. Literally, the Cardinals and the 49ers seem to be flip-flopping from last year. So that's 4-3. Then they'll lose to Philadelphia. Then they'll lose to Arizona. Then they'll lose to New York. They'll upset Seattle. Chicago. I think they'll go to Chicago and win. Personally, I think that'll be a big upset for the Niners. They need an upset. So, crap, Seattle. I already said freaking, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, 5-7. Yeah, 5-7. Freaking 5-6. 6-6. 6-7. 8-7. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna say 9-7 or 8-8. So the Niners will have an average record, and maybe next year the Niners might get in the playoffs. I think I'll call 8-8 this year for the Niners, but so far your division winner is gonna be Seattle once again. Is this preseason? Nope, not preseason. Regular season. All right. So Indianapolis at LA. I remember one time LA just destroyed Indianapolis so bad when they were in St. Louis. So I'm just gonna call the Rams right now. Then I'm gonna call the Rams again, and then I'm gonna call San Francisco. So maybe it won't be such a bad game because LA's gonna be 2-0. San Francisco will be 1-1, and then San Francisco wins and they tie records. And I guess that means San Francisco goes ahead in the division. Then they head to Dallas. I think they'll get beat. So that's 2-2. Lost 2 straight games. 3-2. 4-2. 5-2. 5-3. 5-4. 5-5. Crap, I forgot who wins. I think I'll either go, whatever. I'm gonna go then 6-6. 6-6. 7-6. 7-7. 7-8. And then 7-9. So I guess the 49ers are going to go over the Rams. So I guess in order, how I would flip-flop this all is I would put the freaking Rams right about, I would flip-flop there. I'd flip-flop the Niners, put them, no. So how I would do it, I'd put the Niners behind the Seahawks, and then the Rams above the Cardinals, and then the Cardinals at the bottom. Now, you guys are probably thinking, are you fucking high right now? And yes, I most likely am. But, this is my personal opinion, even if I'm high or not. So, just a thing to look at. The AFC West will be the next schedule. And I'll probably even analyze that before I even do it, but that'll probably be quicker because I'll already have it set up. I think I'm going to do it either Sunday or Monday. But other than that, guys, that'll be it for this video. Next video, AFC West. And we're going to start off with frickin' Kansas City, then Oakland, then... And since I hate the Broncos so much, they'll be last. Whatever. thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time, guys.